guys, welcome back to another video. On today's video we're having a sit down video again, and it's going to be a Q&A video. So I asked on Instagram a couple of days ago for you guys' questions that I could answer in this Q&A, and you did not let me down. You guys gave me so many good questions, so I have a lot of questions to get through, guys. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get through them all because literally there are so many of them, so I will try and answer as many as I can. If I don't get to your question, I'm super sorry, guys. I know it's a bit rubbish when people ask for questions and then they don't answer them, but just literally there are so many questions. So without further ado, let's get started so we can get as many done as we can. So I'm going to put the questions up on the screen and who asked them on Instagram. Yes, they do have hobbies. If you don't know, Sky is a swimmer and she swims for a pretty big swim team in Scotland, one of the best swim teams in Scotland if I'm honest, and she swims about 5 times a week at the moment, so that takes up a lot of time for her and for us. So Sky doesn't really do any other clubs outside of that. Argyle and Oban are both about to start swimming lessons. Argyle did do swimming lessons and he didn't really enjoy them, so we took him out of them just maybe, oh I don't know, about 7 months ago or so. I think it was back in August, so it was a while ago, but we took him out because he wasn't enjoying them. But we're going to start them again, him and Oban. And also Argyle is going to be starting Beavers soon, which is going to be really fun. I think he's really going to enjoy it. Beavers is for kids 6 and up, so Oban can't go, but Argyle was just 6 a couple of months ago, so he's really looking forward to going to that. The kids love sharing their toys. Obviously all kids at some points do not want to share toys. They don't want to like play with each other. They just want their own space, and that's fine. I don't force them to share toys, because if I came up to you as an adult and was like, oh, I see you're on your phone, are you going to share that with me? And you'd be like, no, that is my phone, you're not getting a shot. So, you know, I tried to think of it, would you force an adult to share with someone? No, you wouldn't, so why would you force a kid? But there are some toys that are like communal toys, you know, like for everybody. They're not somebody's particular toys, so we do, you know, I do make them share them, but their own toys are their own toys and they don't have to share them if they don't want to. I don't actually use a lot of hair products. I use shampoo and conditioner wise, at the moment I'm using Lidl's Mega Volume. It looks a bit like the Aussie hair care range. It's kind of, the bottle looks like that, so I'm using that for shampoo and conditioner. And then for treatment, no, what do you call it, not treatment, heat protecting spray, I'm using a Tresemme one. It's a red bottle. It actually came with my curler and I've just been using that, and that's about it. I like literally use nothing else. Sometimes I use dry shampoo, and that is the Batiste, and it's the one in the blue bottle, and it's like cherry fragrance. I think it's just like original, but it's cherry fragrance. I use that maybe like once a week, sometimes twice a week, but that's really all I use in my hair. I am looking for, what's that word, advice, recommendations. I have, not so much today, you guys can't really see it today, but I have a lot of like, I don't know if they're called flyaways. They're just like little bits of hair and they go woo, woo, woo. I don't know why they do it. And they're only like this length. I don't know how to get them down. I don't know how to get rid of them. So if you guys have any recommendations for a product I can use for that, let me know in the comments, because I could really do with getting rid of those little bits. I love so many different things about Scotland. It's really hard to answer. I love the people. Scottish people are the best. I love the language, and I don't mean Gaelic language, because like, no, I only know one person that speaks Gaelic, so it's not the Gaelic language, but like, some people will call it Scots. I don't know if it is a language on its own, because obviously everyone in every area, like in Scotland and in England, you have different words for different things. Me and Thomas did a video about this. Like for instance, wee means little, wane means a kid, so oh, you better watch your wane, that means your kid's about to get run over. That kind of thing. We all have different words all over the UK, because I've been to places and people say a word and I'm like, what? And they mean something totally different. So I don't know if it's a language, but I love it. I love the way people speak in Scotland, not just Glasgow, because we are from just outside Glasgow, so I would say we are thoroughly West Coast Scottish people. But I love the accents, like from Edinburgh, Livingston way, I love their accents. I love further up, like Aberdeen accents, and then when you start getting really high up, their accents, like even I struggle to understand what some people say sometimes, and I am properly Scottish. But I love the people, I love the accents, I love the food. There's so many amazing independent little, like, people would call them mum and pop shops, like in America that might be what you call them, but there's loads of like independent restaurants. I think that's so good. A lot of independent shops as well. People are very caring in Scotland. I find that if people, like, how can I explain it? You know, if people don't have anything, they are generally the first people to help someone else who doesn't have something, and I think that's really sweet. Not that I'm saying Scotland's poor, but we're not like one of the most richest nations in the world. Like, I think we come together as a community, especially where I live. We're very community based. There's lots of like community outreach programs to help people who need like money, like for food. Like, they will give you food, they will give you baby clothes, they will give you baby milk. It's really great. So I love the sense of community that I have where we stay. I am really looking forward to going travelling with the kids and with Thomas. I would love to go to Japan. Japan is definitely on my list of places I would love to go. I would also love to go to Florida, take the kids to Florida. We're probably going to do that in the next couple of years once Open gets a little bit bigger, because he's only 4. So once he gets a little bit bigger, we're definitely going to go. Thomas wants to go back to the Dominican, so that's on the list as well of places to go. I think Sky definitely could have her own YouTube channel. It's something she spoke about. At the moment she makes videos and puts them on her channel, but she definitely, I could see her being a YouTuber or a vlogger in the future for sure. I've always had a kind of strange pull. I don't know if I've spoke about this before on the channel, but I've always had a strange pull towards medieval times. Like, I think I would have rocked being in medieval times, so I would like to go back there. But I would also, if we're thinking more recent, I would love to have been born, not born, but been a teenager in the 50s, American 50s. That is like, you know, kind of like Hairspray time. I would have loved, or Grease, I would have loved to have been about then. That would have been fun. But also, I would have loved to have been a teenager in the 80s. I was born at the very end of the 80s. I only seen like, what, 3-4 months of the 80s, but I would love to have been a teenager then. I've spoke about this before on the channel. I actually have a full video dedicated to it. I'll put it up there for you guys to check out. But the long and short of it is, no, I wouldn't like another baby. I've had 3 C-sections, which is enough for me. And also, I don't know if I could have another one. It takes a lot to have a kid, never mind to have 3 kids, never mind to have 4 kids. And because we homeschool or home educate, that's a lot of, not pressure, but like that's a lot of work that I do with homeschooling the kids as well. So I don't think so, no. I'm sure I've spoke about this before, but I watched a channel several years ago now, back in 2014, which feels like an age ago, and it's called Sam and Nia. They are still vlogging away today, and they are a Christian family based in Texas in the US, and I watched them and I was like, that's actually how we started going to church. I went to church as a kid and Thomas didn't. I went to church as a teen as well. I was baptised when I was younger, and it just really encouraged us to start going to church, and that is how Thomas then got baptised and all that. So we owe such a lot to Sam and Nia. Like, I'm so thankful that they have that channel. But also, after we've been at church, no, have we been at church for a while? Yes, we've been at church for about 8 months, and then I decided, you know what, they've inspired me so much, not only to become, like, I was already a Christian, but really to recommit to my faith. And for Thomas, he got saved, so they really encouraged us for that. But then I was like, you guys have given us so much inspiration, and then we just started a YouTube channel, and it was because of them. So I'm super thankful to them for, obviously, for helping me and Thomas with our faith, but because of them we have this YouTube channel. So if you don't follow them, guys, you really should. They've got, I think, at 2 million subscribers now. They've got a lot of subscribers, and they're just such a nice family. They're so lovely. They've got 3 kids as well, and they're just super nice people. You should definitely watch them. And then advice, I would be advice I would have would literally, that was very close there, would literally just go for it, guys. Just if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, you can film with an iPhone. We filmed on an iPhone for 2 years, so it was, you know, it can be done. It's not that easy, obviously. The quality, well, I mean, iPhones now, like the iPhone X, is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. I've got a 6S Plus and it's not bad. It's a bit slow now because obviously I've had it for a couple of years, but honestly, like, just go for it. Use an iPhone, use your camera. If you've got another phone, whatever it is, just use that. It's really easy. Or if you've got a proper camera, use that as well. Just go for it. I think the easiest way to do it is just to do it. People say, oh, how can I start it? Just start it. Just go for it. Make sure that if you're wanting to grow your channel, make sure you're checking out other people's channels. Connect with other YouTubers. There's loads of groups on Facebook for YouTubers to connect with each other, collaborate with them. So recently we did a collaboration with Kirsty Elizabeth and it was what's in the kids' Easter baskets. So the idea is that helps your channel grow. I don't really know what I would be if I wasn't a YouTuber. I think, I don't know, I've toyed with going back to university. I say back to as if I went to university. I never went to university. I've toyed about going to university now as an adult. With the kids at home now and not going to school, it's kind of, it's a bit different. But I don't think, I don't know. That's a great answer to that question, isn't it? I don't know. So thank you guys for joining me for this Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, guys. We would love to have you as a subscriber. And I will catch you in our next video, guys. Bye!
You and I till the end.